Islam. Yahyah alayhi salam was teaching people the right way to cleanse themselves and prepare for prayer. John alayhi salam had been taught the right way from his father Zechariah alayhi salam, who incidentally died protecting his son from Herod's death squads, and also by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yahyah alayhi salam loved his parents very much, and he was never rebellious or rude. He was given the power and knowledge of a prophet from the time he was a young child, so he walked in the presence of Allah always. John alayhi salam openly wept in love and fear of Allah. It is said that he wept so much that his cheeks were permanently marked with tears. Yahyah alayhi salam and his teachings ended when he stood firm against the marriage of King Herod to his niece. John alayhi salam declared the marriage to be incestuous and a violation of the Torah and the law of Allah. Because he created such a stir, Herod had Yahyah alayhi salam killed. This is the end of part 3 of the history of the prophets of Allah. Please join us week after next when we discuss the prophet Jesus, Isa alayhi salam, and who he really was. In submission to the teachings of Allah and the teachings of the prophets, I invite you, as all the prophets have since the beginning of time, to the worship of one true God. I ask you to look inside your heart and realize there is only one God, and that Muhammad is his last and best messenger. If you believe this, and you want to begin a walk on the straight way, and you want to come into the peace and mercy of Allah, the first step is very simple. The first step is merely to make the confession of faith, to state publicly and openly before Allah and witnesses that you believe there is only one God. I'm going to teach you the words now, and I'm going to ask you to join with me. The words are simple, and they mean, in English, they mean, I bear witness that there is only one worthy of worship, and that is Allah, the one true God. I bear witness that Muhammad is the messenger of God. Now what this means, folks, is that when you say this and when you believe this, there's nothing worthy of worship except Allah, the one true God. That means that money is not worth being worshipped. That means there's no other gods, no other people, nothing that you dedicate devotion to and pray to except for God, except for Allah. And when you say that you believe that Muhammad is the messenger of God, that means that you believe that all which Muhammad brought is pure and true and comes from Allah. That means you believe in the Qur'an. That means that you believe in the authentic Hadith. That means you believe in the example of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, as the perfect example of the way of life. To say this, you merely recite. You can say it after me right now. This is just practice. If you don't believe it, the words don't mean anything, okay? So, just say it so you can get comfortable with the words. Ashhadu la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. And one more time, just for practice. Ashhadu la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Now, if you believe this, if you believe that there is only one God, only one worthy of worship and being prayed to, and you believe that Muhammad is his last and best messenger, then please raise your right hand and point your index finger towards the heavens. And when you do this, pointing your finger is the sign of one God. And repeat after me if you believe it. If you are born into Islam, if you are born into a Muslim family and you've never said this in your life, please say it with me now and confirm your faith. أشهد لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. Now, my dear brothers and sisters, if you have said that, my dear friends, if you have said that and you believe it, then you are among the righteous. You are now Muslim. And I ask you to please let us know. Contact us, and I'll be giving the information in just a minute. Contact us and let us know you've taken this step, and then we can provide you, inshallah, God willing, with some materials and everything. But we would like for you to let us know so that we may be witness to this wonderful event in your life. I'm not going to share names over the radio. We're not going to put it in a registry or anything like that. I promise you it's just going to stay with me. But I would like to be a witness to your transition. All of us here at The Message would love to share this moment with you. So you can text us at 0922-604-4233. Again, 0922-604-4233. You can text anytime throughout the week. Dear listeners, I hope that you'll join us again the week after next on The Message as we talk about Prophet Isa in Islam. The Message has been brought to you by Lahubila Islamic Media Foundation, Bonsai Masters of the Philippines, and various donors around the world. A special thank you goes out tonight to the Conveying Islam Message Society in Alexandria, Egypt, who has been providing Islamic books for activities here. Anyone wishing to receive Islamic literature in various languages, including Tagalog, can contact us here or make a request online at www.cims.com or www.islamic-invitation.org. Now, again, our contact information. Text 0922-604-4233. Again, 0922-604-4233. Email at islamradio@yahoo.com. You can watch the videos on YouTube with the username IslamRadioPH. Again, the email is islamradio@yahoo.com, and the YouTube would be www.youtube.com/islamradioph. You can listen to the audio at islamradio.mypodcast.com. I want to thank all of our listeners for tuning in all over the greater Manila area, and I extend a special welcome to all the Muslim communities that I visited, and especially all the individuals that have contacted and we've texted back and forth. You all know who you are. Thank you for supporting The Message. My deepest thanks for my family in the United States who watch and listen to every episode. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for believing in me. I hope that you'll all stay for Women in Islam tonight and listen tomorrow to Discover Islam from 7 to 10, and join Wednesday nights from 7 to 8 for The Message in Tagalog. Then join us here again next week for The Message. Until next Thursday night, this has been Brother Saifullah with The Message. May Allah grant you peace and bless you all.